7240's in good shape.
Jay, you busy with something?
You raised the ram? And welcome to day 4 of our preparing to plant our 2020 rice crop here in California rice country.
All right, let's work. It's the 2020 crop year. My name is Matthew Sliger. That's right, we're out in California planting rice by air. Welcome to the rice fields. Ride with me from planting to harvest. This is California rice, my friends. You're watching Rice Farming TV.
So today, first thing in the morning, I'm on pilot car duty. We are moving meadow, moving 2 tractors with 2 chisel plows away from the main rice farm and equipment yard over to the field that I was filling in drains at in the previous episode of Rice Farming TV. Okay, Larry's made it over, and if you look in the back of my pickup here, I've got 2 of his chisel teeth and shanks. We needed to take them off so he could fit through the gate. Here he is now. Hey, Larry. So, while we're waiting for Frankie, let's put on Larry's chisel teeth. All right, Larry's tightening the bolts on that, and Frankie just arrived. We didn't have to take any shanks off of Frankie's tractor, so he's a quick set up and go. You just need to pull the stops off of his ram. Did you raise your ram, Frankie? You raise the ram? You gotta raise it up to get the stops off, you know? There we go. See, these stops are preventing the ram from closing and therefore the chisel from going down. We're gonna take them all off now that we're off the road. Now we're gonna leave these 2 on because that dictates the depth that we want the chisel to go. We can take it off. Let's take the flag off. Might lose it. Safety first.
Safety first.
Okay, you got it in 4-wheel drive, right?
4-wheel drive 10-4, roger.
Okay, hey, this side, go down this way because Larry's gonna jump up to 1 and 2.
Okay, 10-4.
10-4. See you, Frankie. Let's move the pickup to the other side of Larry's chisel so we can unload that other chisel shank there. Bye, Frankie! Good job!
So anyway, that's where we are.
Steven, will you say something to my Rice Farming TV audience?
Good morning.
That's right, good morning. Steven's also a rice farmer just down the road. He's growing some long grain rice he was just talking about, jasmine variety.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. Well, hey, Larry's all ready to go. He's taking off in the chisel plow. We're gonna do some ripping. All right. Take care, Steve.
Hey, you take care. Thank you.
Jay, you busy with something? Hey, Jay, good doggy. Hey, doggy.
Now that the boys have been going for a bit, I'm gonna just check their depth. We're at a new field, new location. I'm gonna make sure they're still going about 8 or 9 inches deep. Frankie's also gonna have a little fun dodging the electrical lines here, but he'll be fine. Let's see right here. Surface of the soil is here. Frankie, oh yeah. So we're back on adobe soil, really wet, mushy. That was about 8 inches down. So you can just see how it's really like clay, whereas some of the surface hardens out like this, gets really rough and crumbly. So big difference between wet soil and dry soil when dealing with a clay-like soil like adobe that we have here. So Frankie's doing a good job. Let's give him a thumbs up. There in the distance, of course, we've got the big landmark Bucra's off-site drying and storage facility. Not sure if you can see way off in the distance at the westernmost edge of the field. That's where I parked the old 7240. And these here are the drains that I filled in yesterday, allowing them to travel over them quite comfortably. You can see how the ridger by nature wants to create a little mound, but I think that's okay because this soil is loose, right? So when a heavy tractor goes over it, it's going to compact it a bit. And if we didn't have this little mound here and it was just kind of flat across, I think it would compact it so much that there would still be kind of a divot. So I actually kind of like seeing a little bit of a mound here, just giving it that much extra soil to cushion the bounce as the heavy tractor goes over what was once a drain. Let's see how well he does going over the drains that I filled in yesterday. I'd say that was pretty smooth. Looks like the work I did yesterday is helping him out today. Yes! Now shame on you. Why didn't you all tell me that I wasn't wearing my rice farming TV cap? That's better. Let's head over to the 7520, my office, over the last few days, and get back to filling in drains. You guessed it. Gotta keep ahead of these boys now that they're on the field that I filled in yesterday. Stay one step ahead of them. Here we are. So it's more of the same on day 4 of planting, filling in drains and ridging levees, staying ahead of the boys with the chisel plows. So I'll just log back on when something interesting comes up that I think you guys need to know. There's Frankie off in the distance. He's finishing up that check, doing the outer perimeter. Looking good, Frankie. I'm about finished filling in the drains on this check right here. Looking good, Matthew. Oh look, there's Larry out there in the 260 with the pole chisel, doing perimeter work, cleaning up where he had to lift up the chisel to make turns. Let's just watch him make his pass before we continue filling in our drains. Here he comes. Looking pretty good. Attaboy, Larry. All right, pretty awesome. Let's continue. Actually, let's pop out of the cab real fast because Frankie's coming too. 2 tractors at nearly the same spot. Bye, Larry. Bye, Frankie. Weehaw. So this is what it looks like when the tractor tires go over the filled in drains. You see Fluffy here in the center and then pretty large divots still where the tractor has smushed that mud down. And also, just based on how smooth this is, oh yeah, lots of moisture. Look at that clay-like soil there. Just, wow. I mean, you could do pottery with this if you wanted to. But just over here, up on the surface, rocks. 7240's in good shape. Ooh! Train way off in the distance. Can you see it? Good view of the Sutter Buttes out there over the mustard weeds. Now I've just got one more pass of filling in drains on this field. Then guess what I'm going to do? That's right, ridge the levees on this field. Adjusting my ridger to levee plowing position, readjusted my depth, putting my chisel plow down, in gear, throttle up, and let's go. Oh, look who's there, it's Frankie. Now he's moving out there, and I'm moving over here. Ah, Frankie's waving to me. He likes the company over here. I like the company too. Looking good back there? That right here in front of us is a nicely filled in drain, and that out there beyond is a nicely ridged levee. And right here in front of us is gonna be a nicely ridged levee. But it's also the last levee I'm going to do today, because it's the end of the day. And because we're at an off-site location and the boys drove tractors out here, I need to get them back to the main equipment yard to their pickups. So, let's go get them. Throttle down, gear down, lift the 3-point and ridger, flatten out the blades, dismount the levee, hightail it over to my pickup truck. Woo! Got a good bounce when you're in a hurry. I'm just gonna let the tractor cool down while I organize my pickup, because I'm going to have some passengers. Precious cargo. That's no good. I dropped off Elena at my parents' house this morning. I have to throw that in the back. She didn't eat her Cheerios. All right, nice. Coming to get you. All right, bye. Ah, nice and quiet. Let's go get the boys and ask them how it's been driving tractor and chisel plow over the drains that I filled in with the 7240 and the Ridger. Let's get some feedback, huh? Looks like Frankie's doing a really good job over here. How's this for pickup service? This right here is rural Uber. I'll pick you up right at your tractor. Want some Cheerios?
No thanks.
So we're all dying to know, how is it driving over the drains that I filled in? Pretty smooth, right?
No.
What? No? All right, boys, have a good night. Notice something. There's the old 7520 grain cart there. Headers in the back, but this space here. You notice what used to be there? You notice that the space is empty? Huh? What do you think? Let me know down in the comments section. Good night, 245. Good night, 340. Well, we've been working hard off-site here at the main equipment yard. This field, which is the first one we started on 4 days ago, has been now chiseled twice, once diagonally and once straight across. A crisscross pattern ensuring that we've worked up the soil thoroughly. So, 2 chisel passes on this one. It is ready for a disc over the next couple of days. And over the next couple of days, we're gonna get a north wind, which is a drying wind. So that's going to allow the soil to dry out even faster, allowing us to get back on the soil faster, to get those discs out here sooner. However, there is a rainstorm looming this weekend, so we'll see how we're gonna play that, how much rain we get. Yeah, we got an early start, but we're gonna be dancing around some rainstorms. That's okay. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed this episode of Rice Farming TV. I know it was a lot more of the same, but what can I do? Even though it seemed the same to you, it was progress for us out here in the rice fields. Anyway, thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Take care. Let me know if y'all have any questions down in the comment section, and I'll address them in a video coming up here shortly, since I'll still be pulling drains, or filling in drains, and pulling levees, all with the 7240 and the Ridger. Good night, everybody.